talk about positioning, okay? I think everybody's heard from their moms over the years to sit up straight. Moms are always right, at least in that sense. Sitting up straight is going to be the best way to keep your body relaxed and perform to the best of your abilities physically, just so you have access to the whole instrument, both hands working as they should. You'll need an armless chair. Don't try to practice on the couch. It's much better to have a chair, no arms, get in the way, obviously, from get in the way of the neck and etc. banging your guitar. Next, of course, is to rest the guitar on your thigh. Every guitar is designed that way. That's part of what the whole body of a guitar shape, body shape of a guitar is about. So, a right-handed performer is going to rest it on his upper right thigh. A lefty would do on his left. Okay. Also, you want to relax. Don't be tensed and hunch over. Again, that sitting up straight thing is going to try to keep you going in more of a relaxed situation. If you hunch over, you're going to do a lot of odd things technically with your shoulders and the way you're going to approach the instrument with both fretting and picking hands. And we're also going to talk about your hand positions and where they should be. What's the best way? Is it over the middle when you stroke and do your strums and your picking? Back here sometimes is a great technique. Up here is different as well. How about your chording positions or your note positioning, fretting as it were, with your left hand? We'll talk about some about that. We're talking about chords. We want to remember that a minimum of movement between chords is what we're after. A minimum of movement, maximum note duration. We don't want to have a whole note chord, 2, 3, 4, that you just go 2, 3, 4. That's what novices and beginners do. That's something that you probably won't really realize as much until you see yourself doing it. So that's one thing to look out for. We're talking about positioning, body position, how you approach it for positioning with both hands on the guitar, your picking and strumming, your motion between chords, and that's pretty much what we're after. That's what we're going to take a look at, what we're going to try to critique. How do you do this? Well, what I want you to do, I want you to get a camera. Any video camera will do. It doesn't have to be a high quality. There's all sorts of point and shoot types. There's pop-up cameras these days. In this digital age, you can get video from a lot of different things. You can get video from your phones sometimes, okay? So anything will do. What you do need to do is try to stabilize that camera. We want to get a good shot, something that's not, moving around and making you dizzy as you watch, because you want to be able to really hone in on the things we're talking about, the techniques and the things that we're talking about on improving. So a moving camera is going to hinder that for us. So let's keep it as stable as possible. A tripod would be fabulous. You might be able to use a music stand, a stool, anything that'll keep that camera positioned in the position that we need it, much like we're doing in a lockdown on a tripod for this instructional tutorial. Now, what I want you to do is tape yourself while you're performing, okay? And anything that you've worked on that you feel good about, several things perhaps, exercises, songs, longer pieces, what have you, okay? Any of the above are what we're after. Might want to start short, so start with a short piece or a short exercise just to get this kind of give and take and this way of critiquing yourself internalized, and maybe you feel better about it. I know it's going to be a little bit difficult at first for some of you, performing in front of the camera, but basically this is for you. Nobody else has to see this. This is just for you, and I want you to be able to find out the things that will need improvement and or addressing, through your own viewing. Okay, this is a personal critique tool. What you need to do after you perform, of course, is turn off the camera. Then I want you to go back and view it. That's the whole point of this. That's the process we're talking about. We want to watch ourselves perform it. We want to critique on our posture, how we sit, the positioning of a guitar, of our instrument, of how we hold that, how we hold our instrument, how we fret with our left hand, how we strum with our right. Want to see, try to tend to the points of being tense. We want to think about that. We want to see if we're relaxing while we're playing. Look at your picking. see if that's up to snuff. Is it working for you? Are you missing strings? Are you hitting the right strings? Are you hitting the wrong strings? Strumming, picking strings, same thing as we were talking about with hitting the strings and the chords. Your hand movements between chords, your fingering, are they flowing? Does it work for you? Are you having to wait on certain chords because you're not quite that familiar? That's the stuff we need to check out, all those things. So, let's give it a shot, and I hope that this has helped out. Remember, sit up straight. Use an armless chair. Rest your guitar in the right position on your right thigh for right-handed guitarists and left thigh for lefties. Relax as much as you can. Stay up straight. Get your hand positioning down. Picking in a good, comfortable position. And then work on your picking and strumming techniques to make sure that they're working for you. Try to reduce extraneous movement between chords, because if we do all this kind of stuff, it hinders us from holding a note or a chord for its full duration and getting to the next one on time. Okay, let's try out. I hope things are going to work. I think they will. Thanks. Bye-bye.